Hello, Gemini ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. So, Geminis, what I'd like to do, as I had indicated to you after posting a few readings utilizing the Headless Horseman cards, I am now going to share with you some wisdom from the witches. Okay? And with that said, we're not going to focus on one specific area or aspect of your life. I'm just going to share with you whatever wisdom that these witches would like you to know here. And of course, we're going to start off with gaining insight to the overarching theme or message that these witches would like you to know. And I'll provide you with additional, ladies and gentlemen, tidbits of information. If this reading resonates, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit. And be sure to press that subscription button so that each and every one of you receives future readings. Okay, so with that said, let's go on and just see what the overarching theme. And ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind this reading may not and will not resonate for each and every one of you out there, but for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you the valuable information that each and every one of you is seeking. Okay? So, with that said, spirit or witches, okay, because we're getting a message from the witches here, what is the overarching theme pervading Gemini's readings from now until the end of this month? Okay, let's select the card here. We have Embolic. So, this card is all about Gemini's awakening. And with that said, this is certainly giving me a strong indication that these witches want you to know that you're going to be awakened to new sensations, desires, as well as you're going to start seeing new opportunities just surfacing out of the blue here. Okay? And you're going to start to notice various synchronicities, like being in the right place at the right time. Okay? The spirit is saying, or these witches, of course, that this time period is going to bring about, and of course, this reading is valid until the end of this month, Geminis. You're going to release situations and people that who no longer serve your spiritual evolution, which of course is a very good thing here. All right, Gemini, let's select the card here to see what wisdom these witches would like to share with you in regards to your present situation here or what is to be expected. Wow. We have hand fasting Geminis. And this card is all about unions. And of course, you see two people here, right? So, as you know, this card is all about love. So, love certainly surrounds you with this card. Love is certainly in the air here. I feel that many of you have made a conscious decision to really commit to one person here. Or you might have decided to strengthen an existing situation with someone you've been with, and of course, you've had problems, but this is the person you know is the one for you, okay? I also see you and another during this time period under discussion, really pouring your hearts out to one another, declaring your love for each other, for everything that each of you, and for all of the things that you do for one another. This card shows a very, very solid, sacred union. Okay, and it also shows too for some of you that promises and vows might be in fact made here. You know that seems to be quite plausible here. Okay. Let's select another card to just look and see what your earth energy in terms of you being grounded or, even the overall issues that might be surrounding some of you or might be perhaps causing, ladies and gentlemen, your situation to become a bit stagnant. Okay? We have herbal kitchen, alchemist. All right, so what is that is suggesting here? Okay? For many of you, I feel that with this card, many of you are being urged to take your alchemistical talents to the next level. And some of you might even also want to cook for a living or this card because this card is also it's involving herbal kitchen, so you might be cooking or you might be a developing witch here and doing spells. I'm getting. But for those of you who certainly would like to cook for a living, this card certainly assures you that the kitchen is where you should be. Wow. Let's select the card, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at your air energy, the influences, the influences of others, both positive as well as negative, if you will. Okay, we have Watchtower of the East. It represents spring, ladies and gentlemen. So with this card, I'm kind of getting here that some of you might have to take a test or even an exam very soon. And this card says you will receive a helping hand or you might need some support coming up during this time period in question. And Spirit is saying, well, the witches are saying that assistance will be available for you. I feel that many of you, you're going to be feeling very, very inspired. And you're going to find that you're very creative. You're going to be imagining a lot of different things that you can do. Okay? And you're going to start seeing yourself as very creative, I'm kind of seeing here. Let's select the card to represent your fire energy. And Geminis, again, if this reading is resonating, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit. And be sure to press that subscription button, okay? So we're looking at the fire energy in terms of internal cleanser, internal conflicts that might be at play, or that kind of crops up in our lives here. And these doubts sometimes show, these conflicts um, kind of highlights your doubts and your apprehension here. Okay, so let's go on and just select a card here to represent, ladies and gentlemen, that aspect of your life here and to see what spirit really wants you to know. Wow, we have homeland here, and this card is all about foundation. Okay, so the witches are kind of saying that some of you might be trying very hard to forget a torrid or your torrid past for many of you, or even your initial beginnings, or from where you emerged here. But that's not a good thing to do. And Spirit is saying, or the witches are saying, is that you do have the proclivity to bottle up your feelings a bit too much, and you need to honor what you're truly feeling here, particularly during this time period in question here that I'm getting with what the witches are saying. So it seems that, okay, with this reading, the witches are certainly giving you a lot of information here that's kind of coming through. Okay? And acceptance for many of you seems to be key here. Whether it's, of your past, whether, it's good or bad. While you might have experienced a very horrific type experience, what did you learn from it, Gemini? That's what you have to kind of, you know, get your arms around. And to make sure that if, things that didn't go well. You try not to make the same mistakes. Okay, so let's move right along, Geminis, and just see water energy, which involves your intuition. So, just to further or to just piggyback off of what I was just saying, what can you learn from the situation and how circumstances can be? I can offer you further insight with this card here because this card is clearly telling you, Gemini, that we're going to select the card now. We have staff, Gemini, and stability. So we're looking at this from your intuitive type perspective here. So it seems that also for many of you, your impatience or your eagerness and your lack of focus, maybe that calls you to steer off your real true path in some way. I'm kind of getting, you know. And Spirit says, or these witches are saying, have hope and don't give up. Again, I have to come back to telling you that commitment is key here. You know, it seems that you are, in fact, involved in a very good situation, Gemini, that I'm feeling here that you need to really make a stronger commitment. I'm kind of feeling in some way. Or commit to something that you're doing. All right? So let's just look at your spirit energy, your whole self, the culmination of the journey that you've been or that you are presently traveling, Geminis. We have Watchtower of the North, and this represents winter. So with that card here, I'm feeling there that, you know, at the end of the day, I kind of see you surrendering, releasing, and continuing to persevere. I see you becoming a better person here. So, Geminis, this is or are the messages that these witches want you to know. Okay, I'm certainly going to be using more of my more Halloween related cards here to share with you various messages. And like I said, some of them we might not be focusing on one specific aspect of your life. I'm just going to share with you whatever it is that the cards want you to know. Thanks so much for viewing, Gemini. And should anyone wishes to have a more personalized reading, you can certainly access my website. Okay, but before closing, Gemini, Spirit has asked